Hi, my name's Martin and I'm from Walks. We're here today with Parkinson's UK. We're going to take you through a series of exercises that you can use to help improve your strength and your power, which will help your walking, and we're going to link it to your walking. Now, these are exercises that you might do indoors while watching the video. If you're doing that, then make sure that you've got some water if you need water, a telephone in case you need to call somebody, and if you feel tired at any point, feel that you can sit down and take a rest. But these might also be exercises that you do outdoors, either on a walk or in your garden or in a park. Really, you can take these anywhere. So with me today is Lucy. Lucy's going to be exercising without poles, so hers is a little bit more challenging. If you feel that you want to do it with no equipment, then do so, but you might want to have something nearby just to hold on to if you need to. Jill's going to be using a chair for support, and I'm going to be using the poles. The poles will help give me lift and they'll give me stability. So let's begin then. Push down on the poles or lift one foot and gently circle your ankle one way. So we're just gently starting with the exercise, preparing the joints for the movements. These are great warm-ups if you're going to take yourself outdoors on a walk. Ankle circles help you deal with uneven terrain, help you keep you more stable. Change feet. So if you've got the poles, push down on the poles, feel that lifts you that little bit more. Gently circle your ankle one way and gently circle your ankle the other. And now let's warm up our calves and the back of our thighs. So rocking backwards and forwards. You can start to bring your arms in. So Lucy might bring her arms in that little bit more. I've got the poles to support. Jill's got one hand for support, but she can swing the other arm before changing sides. So changing sides, if you want to make it a little bit more vigorous, you can come right the way up onto your toe, back onto your heel, onto your toe. And we've got things started. Good. So let's get ourselves started with the strength exercises. We're going to start with a squat exercise. So from here, I'd like you to bend your knees and stand tall and bend your knees. It's important here that you work to the level that's right for you. So if that's just a gentle knee bend, that's fine. If you can go a little bit deeper, then go a little bit deeper. Now I've got the poles here, so that's really helpful for me. So I can push down on the poles and that helps with the lift. Because it's giving me support, it also means I can go a little bit deeper. So I can do a little bit more work on the way down, but then I've got the help on the way back on up. So we'll keep moving through this. If Jill gets tired at any time, she can just step off on the spot, but we're all going to have a stop now. So just step on the spot, keep your arms moving. Good. So I'm using the poles, I'm punching forward and back. The next exercise, we want to do the same exercise, but just challenge the muscles slightly differently. So we're going to take a slightly wider step, turn our feet out, try to keep our knees turned out over our feet as you go down. So maybe just every so often, I want you to keep your head up posturally, but you can just glance down and think, oh, are my knees and my feet aligned? You can check that. And here, can you feel this a little bit more on your inner thighs? So keep working with this. Remember, if you need to rest at any time, maybe just step on the spot. You can always come back into it. So you can take a breather and then come back in to do another one. If you want, work at your level. Don't push through knee pain. Make sure you stay comfortable. We're going to do a couple more and then step on the spot. So the next exercise, really, really good for the strength you need when you're walking downhill. You need to be able to support your knees, and we're going to do a forward step lunge. So from here, you're going to step forward and then come back on up. And then you're going to do the other foot. So you're going to step forward and come back on up. Remember here, you don't have to go down too far. You could just take a step forward and back. The poles will provide you with stability. If you need to hold on to something, then make sure you are. If you want to make it harder, step deeper. It's a really good strength exercise here for downhill, and working the muscles in this way helps regulate blood sugar levels as well. So it's really important, this movement where you go down and you control the movement, and then you're having to power back on up. Good. Maybe one more on each side. And then stepping on the spot. So we're going to just take a moment here to recover, so your heart rate will be up. We don't want to do too much too soon. So putting one foot forward and rocking backward and forward from heel to toe as we did earlier. If you've got the poles and you've got the space around you, you can, if you want, lift the poles and get that extra movement with your arms, swinging your arms forward. Good. And then changing sides. Changing feet, good. Feeling comfortable with that? Good. And hopefully now, you feel you've got your breath back just a little bit. We're still working, breathing rate will still be up, but hopefully you've got your breath back a little bit. Your legs aren't quite as tired as they were. So let's start stepping on the spot once again. And we're now going to bring in a sideways movement. So you're going to step to one side and then come back on up. And step to one side and come back on up. So remember with this one, if you've got poles, you may want to move the pole with the step to give you that support. If you're comfortable, you can go that little bit deeper. You can place your hands, if you haven't got poles as Lucy's doing, you can put your hands on your waist if that feels more comfortable. Good. And one more, and start stepping on the spot. Once again, we're now going to have a look at a strength exercise that you can do to help strengthen if you're on uneven ground. So we talk about balance, and you might be on one foot, have one foot forward, and you'll be stepping through. So you're going to have your rear foot down on the floor just for a little bit of support, and it's a gentle knee bend here, but your weight is on your front leg. We're going to do quite a bit on this leg. We're going to do 30 seconds on this leg, and then we're going to change sides. Good. Feeling okay with that? If you need a rest at any point, then just remember you can go back to stepping on the spot. This is more challenging now. You're spending more time on one foot, one leg. Good. And then let's just step off on the spot briefly. Good, have a short rest, and then we're going to go on to the other side. Okay, so other foot forward, taking a step back, bending through your front knee. Remember, on the back foot here, you can make it more challenging by just having your toes down, or you can have more weight on that back foot if you wish. And this is the stability. If you're on uneven ground and you wobble, you've probably got 2 feet down, but most of that weight's on your front leg. Good, let's go for another 10 seconds on this leg. And step off on the spot there. Just a few more exercises to go. This next exercise is great for strengthening the back of your thighs, your buttocks. Really important when you're walking uphill that you're using the back of your thighs, your buttocks, and you're working into your back. So we're going to go for an arabesque. So from here, on one foot, knees slightly bent, reach forward. Now Lucy's got a real challenge here because she's got nothing to hold on to. So she might need to, at times, just put her foot down. You can do the same, or you might want to have something nearby to hold on to. So you might not be using it, but you've got it nearby. So reaching forward and coming on up. And it's important if you're going uphill to try and work uphill. So reach forward and up. Reach forward and up. Good. So keep working through this. And step off on the spot once again. So hopefully there you feel that you've worked through the back of your thigh. Still stepping on the spot here. Breathing in through your nose. If you need to control your breathing, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's go for the other leg. So up onto one foot, standing tall, reaching forward, and then coming up. Now I'm going to add a little bit of extra challenge on this one. So if you come back and do this video, you can bring this in. If you want to, you can make this slightly harder by coming up and then trying to balance just briefly. So reaching forward and balance briefly. forward. Good. Holding the balance. Remember, if you get tired, you can just put your foot down, you can just step on the spot. Let's do one more. Good. And then step off from there. Well done. One more to go, and then we'll do a little bit of a breathing exercise that you can bring into your walking. We're going to work on your calves now. Very important, again, if you're walking uphill, to have strong calves. Also, if you want to go that little bit faster and you want to push off your toes, important to have strong calves. So here, you're going to do a gentler knee bend, but then come up onto your toes and try and balance. So going down and come up onto your toes and try and balance. If you're holding onto a surface, you might try to be a little bit lighter on that surface. You are challenging. You should feel your stomach working that little bit harder as you try and balance just on your toes, going down onto your heels, coming up onto your toes. Good. Keep working through this. Let's do a couple more. And rest off there. So hopefully you feel your calves. Really, as I said, really important, pushing off your toes when you're out walking. If you push off your toes, you'll go faster, but you'll be working your calves that little bit more. So we're going to just come to a gentle end of this exercise. I'd like you to just count your footsteps. You can count out loud. You don't have to, but count your footsteps, and you're going to breathe in for a count of 4 steps. And then in your own time, you're going to breathe out for a count of 4 steps. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now remember, as much as you're watching this video, I'd like you to try and count your own footsteps. Breathe into your own count of 4, and breathe out to your own count of 4. Good. So just controlling your breathing in through your nose, and then out through your mouth. So I hope you've enjoyed these strength exercises. As I said at the beginning, something that you can go and do in your garden, you can do outside, you can do at home. Remember to check out the other online videos on the Parkinson's UK YouTube website. Enjoy your exercise, become stronger, become fitter, become faster, have fun outdoors.